Hey, I'm excited,
Whoa,
buddy.
that was amazing. I love that intro. That's got to be one of my favorite intros we've ever done. And I hate
Yeah,
everything about tax day, but now that was
yeah. I mean,
serious.
it depends on whether or not you get money back, right?
It's true. It's true. Well, this
Um,
year, I think incomes were probably relatively low. So I'm feeling a lot of refunds in my future. I don't
yeah. I
know
mean,
though.
look, I'm hiding underground, man. I'm like I owe too much this year, so
You're hiding from the feds?
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Parasite?
I have, yes.
I'm hiding. I'm underneath your house, Craig.
I was wondering, I heard something rattling around last night, and I was like, "Oh, it's just the pipes," but it was
Yeah, I was.
Jesse.
No, I was unloading the jerky that you keep down there.
Oh, nice. All right, good. Well, tomorrow's
All
the
right.
day. Although I heard it got extended, so
Yeah, I mean, you
we're
can
just
file pretty
we were
easily.
gonna do it. You know, we had the slides ready, and then now we don't have to do this till the 15th
All
of
right.
next month. Let's do this.
All right. Let's do it.
All righty. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining. It's finally Wednesday. You know what that means. Our comedy game show with all its routines. So share in the laughter and soak in the wit. Thank God we remembered to update this shit. I mean bit. Excellent. Well, let's maybe meet our judge. Let's maybe meet our judge. You know what? Let's meet our judge. Hello, Reagan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am completely flummoxed right now. I have
Oh,
no
wow.
idea what I'm doing. I think I think I've already screwed up everything. So, but anyway, I just
You
wanted to
haven't
say
seen
hi.
anything. Hi.
I wanted to
How
say
are you?
hi, and I'm gonna take you off the screen for a second, and I'm gonna reset. All right, party people. If you're watching on YouTube, please sub, like, and share. If you're watching on Twitter, please like and retweet. If you're watching on Facebook, hi Lisa. I have no idea who Lisa is. Let's thank our generous patrons, please. You know who you are. We love you. I'm not going to read everyone tonight, but I got to say, you all are the best. Thank you so much for helping us keep this show going. Couldn't do it without you, and it really, really means the world to us. Your continued support. Thank you so much. This is the status of the team these days. On our Come Inside tax return card here, Jesse, our producer, me, our banker. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Jared Cohen, our lovely artist, and I can't pronounce this, and I don't know how this got in here, but apparently some Russian has filled out their names. Oh, it's Rena. It's Renovska. We love her very well. Okay, let's bring on our first guest, Maggie. Maggie
Hi.
Lally. Maggie Lally, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
We are so excited to have you. I'm going to read your fun facts, and then I might ask you about one.
Okay.
Sardines are good. You like pizza. You've seen Lady Gaga 3 times on the same tour.
Yeah.
And you've been in Godspell twice.
Hell yeah.
Tell me about Godspell. I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
What is that? Is that a place? What is that?
I wish. No, it's a musical. It's a Broadway
Ooh,
musical. I wasn't on the Broadway musical. Everyone relax. I'm not a Broadway star. I was in middle school. No, I was in high school, and I was in Godspell, and then in college I was also in Godspell as an elderly woman. I mean, it was amazing. So fun, so fun.
You could tell I'm very cultured since I thought Godspell was a place in
Oh, please.
California.
It's not. I don't think it's really that well known. So I
think it's like Godspell, North Dakota, something like that. Okay, cool.
But
well, thanks a million. Are you you're excited about the show? We're super excited to have you. We got some great contestants. I am going to bring on the next one, and I'll be back to you in a bit. Thanks, Maggie. Yeah. All right, so now we're bringing on Allison Grillo. Allison Grillo, how are you? Did I got your name right, Allison?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So I'm going to read your fun facts here, maybe ask you a question or two, if I can see them. Where's my glasses? This is my accountant. Oh, thank you, Jesse. Yearns to drive a new Ford Mustang. She spent one summer reading War and Peace. Didn't get the memo on what to wear this fashion season. Me neither. Voted for a losing candidate in the 2020 presidential election. I assume that was Kanye.
Actually, if Kanye had been running on the Green Party ticket, I would have voted for him. But I did vote for Howie Hawkins, the losing Green Party ticket guy. I felt that my vote didn't count anyway because Joe Biden was going to win New York State. So I voted for according to my conscience, the Green Party.
You know, you got to vote your conscience, and as long as it wasn't the other guy, that's all. You know, I'm perfectly not that you need my approval, but I want you to know, just in case, that you do have it. So that's important. Well, thanks for joining. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to bring on our next guest, Mr. Matt Menard. So Matt used to be a senior safety manager for an Amazon warehouse. Used to weigh 400 pounds and lost weight by a gastric bypass. Grew up on a 12-acre sheep farm in southern Louisiana. Can drive, can trace back family all the way to his first ancestor in America who arrived in 1766. And he's only seen his dad cry 3 times. When his grandpa died, when his grandma died, and when the Saints won the Super Bowl. Where is he? Hey,
buddy. What's up?
How are ya?
I'm excited.
Sorry, I'm actually doing this. My screen is actually an iPhone, so I'm having trouble reading some of this.
Okay, cool. My dad does the same thing. No big deal.
Okay. Does this remind you of your father right now, like reading the paper?
You mean hovering over me and breathing loudly? Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Good. So, where'd your ancestors come from in 1766?
From the island of Mallorca, right off the coast of Spain. Yeah, he left the island of Mallorca, arrived at Port of Orleans, August 1766.
Wow, that's an impressive thing that you know that. Floodsy said your gastric bypass took. Good for you, man. Everyone I know that got it gained all the weight back.
Oh, no. Not me.
No,
it went all to my head. That's it.
Nice. Yeah. But then you kind of got that a little early, because then when it was time for vaccines, you weren't like big enough to get it early then.
That is true.
Yeah.
Like it was the one downfall. You know, I can see my Johnson, I can run, but wasn't first to see that vaccine. You know, so I mean, what are you gonna do? Ups and downs. You know, getting laid, getting the vaccine. You know,
that's tight. That's close. That's close.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks. Thanks. Well, that's true. That might not. Whoa. All right.
Thank you, Bob.
Anywho, thanks for joining, Matt. We're gonna say hello to Reagan Muzzy, our judge and beloved Come Inside fan and friend of the show. How are you, Reagan?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm going to read these. You cheated.
right.
You cheated in a name that. You cheated in a name that beluga whale competition. Once owned a 1975 Volvo that belonged to your grandmother. Can say hello in 7 languages. Only lasted 2.5 years as a school teacher. All right. Now I want to hear about the name that beluga whale competition. Because that just sounds like I had a tough time reading that because I was like, beluga whale competition. There's so many of them. I was trying to figure out which one you possibly could have cheated on.
Yeah. So I, before the pandemic, worked at Shedd Aquarium, and one of our whales had a baby. And so they wanted guests to name the baby. And one of the name choices was Nani Etchuk, which was a very cool name from the Inuit language, because the belugas, And so I started, when I had to man the table, I just threw in a bunch of tickets for Nani Etchuk because I'm Chicago. So vote once, votes twice, votes 3 times. That's the Chicago way.
And they found you out.
Oh, I was very obvious in it. I would take the votes and throw them in. I was very obvious.
Nice. Baby Beluga, I feel like that's a song I might have sung to my kids when they were little. Wasn't there a baby beluga in the deep blue sea? You don't remember that one? All right, we'll look it up. I could be making that up. Awesome. All right, well, we're going to move on. We are looking forward to having Reagan come and be super judgy later. And of course, our last contestant is you. If you think you're funnier than the comics, you think you have a funnier answer, put it in the chat and then tag the comics and tell them on Twitter that you're funnier than they are. We're going to vote for the best player at the end of each round to help them win. If you have images or questions for future episodes, DM us on Come Inside US on Twitter. All right, let's move on to our first game. First game is Stiff Diction. Here is the Waka Peep, a stiff diction word from ages ago, but it is a tiny goblin with a top hat. And now we are going to give you our first stiff diction word. Here are the rules. We'll show you a word made up by me. You're going to create a definition for the word and use it in a sentence. The judge, that's Reagan, can award up to 3 points for each answer. Audience will decide which word definition combo will be enshrined in the Come Inside Stiff Dictionary Abridged Edition. And here is our first word, which I made up and I can never remember how to pronounce them, but it is Yukum. Yukum. And Reagan, if you wouldn't mind just reading our Twitter answer that we loved from Jessica, I would really appreciate it.
Okay, so now I have to get close. Yukum is a word invented by my roomie, Julio. It means you come. Yukum, look, Kaka, no mas. Note about a dog accident in the house.
I love that there's a footnote on that definition. You know, this is very authentic. Footnote on the definition. All right. So we're going to start, and we're going to start with Maggie. Yukum. What does it mean? Use it in a sentence, please.
Okay. Yukum, when you fake a family emergency to get out of a date. Okay. So then the sentence is, it's kind of long, you guys. Kind of a run-on sentence. Here we go. Whatever. Okay.
Is that part of it?
Miriam was bored and disturbed by Jacob's speech on cryptocurrency at the restaurant. So she pulled a Yukum and said, "Oh no, I just got word that my grandmother has fallen down, so I must go. Goodbye forever, Jacob." I know that was like 5 sentences. There you go.
Goodbye forever, Jacob.
That was very thorough. I liked it. Okay, Yukum. Allison, tell us about Yukum.
Yukum, someone who still uses Yahoo email. So I think of my mother. My mother's one of those Yukums on Yahoo.
I love it. All right, Matt, Yukum.
Yukum means aggressive line dancing. That's right. Yeah.
Can
I
you?
was doing the Macarena so hard that my keys fell out of my pocket. These hips, yook them right out of there.
I love it. All right, Reagan. Please
All
declare
right.
all points given.
Allison gets 3, Matt 2, and Maggie 1.
All right.
Maggie, I did really like yours, Maggie, but I do have to do a hierarchy, but I did like yours.
It's all good, you know. It's all good.
It was hard. It was hard for her to stay awake for the whole sentence, I think.
Same.
I think that was the issue. All right. Here we go. We're moving on to our next word. Our next word is blibolic. Blibolic. Reagan, what did our wonderful Twitter fan Rachel have to say about blibolic?
Blibolic, adjective or adverb, the sickly looking whiteness of gaunt disapproval. When he found the definitions had been lost, James stood by Blolick in the opening of the new intern's cubicle. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Gaunt disapproval. Not just regular disapproval, gaunt disapproval. All right, Matt, what you got for us? Blibolic.
So I read that as bleebolic. And I'm going to say that is a young pop star who's always hungry. That's right. It's like, listen, I am too famous to actually eat pizza. I'm just going to give it a bleebolic.
Allison, bleebolic.
Blebolic is actually a noun, and it's a kind of medication that you take to curb your tendency towards sarcasm. So you would say, Allison was insufferable until she went on blebolics.
Fantastic. All right, Maggie, blibolic.
Okay, blibolic. It's an elixir that turns you into a turtle for a day. All right, you guys. I don't know. Here's a sentence. Becca was so bored during the pandemic, so she downed a goblet of blibolic and became a small turtle.
Wow. We had two sort of medicinal interpretations. That's very interesting. Reagan, what do you think?
Matt 1, Maggie 2, Allison 3.
All right. Reagan, very decisive tonight so far, which I like. I like it. All right, we're moving on. Tatif. Tatif. Reagan, what did Andrew Carnell, another one of our fantastic Twitter audience members, have to say about this?
My friend was cast in a production of Tartuffe once. He had a speech impediment, so when he told me, he said Tartuffe.
I have a feeling that's another theater reference. Is that a theater reference, Maggie?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
That's right.
I think I saw that. I saw that one right after I saw Godspell. I saw them about 13 years apart.
They go hand in hand. Really, double.
All right. We'll just stick with Maggie. Tatif.
A tatif. The moment when you black out at a family reunion and accidentally kiss your cousin. All right. So, Tatiana, I love my characters. Tatiana got wasted and pulled a tatif. She kissed her cousin Jim. Maybe this is too much. I don't know, you guys.
Speaking of kissing your cousin Jim, Matt, what do you think?
So tatif means brittle buck teeth. Yeah. Dude, Greg can't eat corn. That dude got them tatif.
Awesome. All right, Allison, what's your tatif have to say about this?
Tatif is when you're like overly cool or overly hip. I'll use it in a sentence. Oh, it was so very tatif of you not to wear socks to my wedding.
Excellent. All right. Declare all points given. Reagan.
All right. So we got a tie. Matt and Maggie get a 3, and Allison gets a 2.
All right. Very well. Okay. So now is the time on the show where we ask the audience to vote on which guest they thought had the best stiff diction words and definitions. And while they're voting, I'm going to get to know you guys a little bit better, and I'd like to know Matt's preferred vaccine.
I like the double dick. Give me that Johnson Johnson. That's right.
Oh, nice.
That's what's up.
All right. What about you, Maggie? What's your favorite vaccine?
I actually just got second dose of Pfizer this morning. So
Pfizer girl. I like it.
I'm
a Pfizer.
Yeah. I'm fatigued.
Nice.
I feel good about it.
That's good. And how about you, Allison? Do you have a favorite vaccine?
Well, I guess my favorite would be the one that my doctor set me up for, Moderna. I'm for my second dose in a couple of weeks. Excited.
Excellent.
Very excited.
Reagan, what's your favorite vaccine?
I got hit by that Johnson Johnson.
Oh, all right. Very well. My favorite vaccine, I'm going to have to go with either mumps or tetanus. It's close. You know, they're both, tetanus is really, that's been a good one for me over the years. I've stepped on a lot of rusty nails, and I have a terrible ringing in my ears right now. Okay. I think the votes are in. So Jesse, am I supposed to be counting the votes? Because I definitely was not counting the votes.
Nah, I got it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so how are we looking?
We're tied. Allison and Matt are tied.
Wow. Can we bring on the scoreboard just because it's awesome?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Wow. All right. So Allison at 9, Maggie and Matt tied at 6. Reagan, you got to step it up. That's just, you got to step it up. All right. Let's move on.
Allison
to
wins
our
the
next
3 points.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, bonus. I forgot to ask. Thank you, Allison. Bonus. Nice.
Bonus.
Pulling away.
Picks.
We love it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna move on now to our next game. It's called What That Mouth Do. You love the game. We're not so sure about the name of the game. I don't know. What That Mouth Do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you an image. I'm going to call on a comic. You're going to act out what's really being said. Then Reagan's going to award you up to 3 points. We'll post the images on Twitter each week, and we'll show the best responses. Oh, crap. Did we post? I don't think we did the tweets again this week. Jesse, oh, my God. We're going to have to wait and see. All right, here we go. First image. And I'm going to ask Allison to tell us what's really being said in this image.
But folks, it really isn't easy to be hot, black, and broke.
Wonderful. Matt Menard, what's it say?
I like my men like I like my coffee, gay and uninterested.
Fantastic. Maggie.
When your tax return is $700, but your accounting fee is $900.
Oh, I know what that's like. Actually, I don't. That's a ridiculous amount of money for an accountant fee. Yeah. Okay. Those are all great. Reagan, please declare all points given. Did we lose Reagan?
Reagan's in the chat.
Reagan's in the chat. Reagan's in the chat. But she's not.
There we go. See?
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to do the voiceover for Reagan right now. Matt, I'm going to give you 3. Maggie, pretty good, but not as good as Matt. And Allison, 1. Okay. Let's move on to Oh, we got it! Hooray! Thank you. Here are some amazing tweets from our amazing fans that they posted this week. I guess Reagan's in the chat. So Reagan, please tell us which of these tweets was your favorite from our lovely fans. Jimmy Murray. So Jimmy Murray, you put the 401k in Dogecoin? Did I do that all right? That was my best Jimmy Murray impersonation. All right, next image. Let's start with Maggie.
Is it really mansplaining when you're talking to your grandpa?
Image. Let's start with. Whoa. Whoa. We got to mute. Are we done? Let's try this again. Maggie!
Did that work or no?
No, we had a terrible echo. So I would like you to repeat it, actually.
Is it really mansplaining if you're talking to your grandpa?
Allison Grillo, what do you think?
So I continued with the tax theme. If it fools Dad, it will fool an auditor.
That's true. Although that guy looks very easily fooled. I think he looks like he's like ordering breakfast. I don't know what's going on with this guy. All right, Matt Menard.
Dad, we're both vaccinated. I can smell your farts now.
Very good. Reagan, declare all points given, please.
Maggie 3, Allison and Matt 2.
All right. Very good. And here are our tweets from our fans. Thank you, fans. You're the best. Reagan, what do you think? What was your favorite of all these excellent replies? 3 of which are from Jessica.
Jessica, but the one that I liked from Jessica is, I have some bad news about the investment with Madoff.
Very topical. That's how good we are on the show. It happens, it's on the show. Just bam. Awesome. All right. That was my Emerald Lagasse impersonation. Bam. Okay. Next image, please. Let's go with Allison Grillo on this image first.
We're lesbians and we're tax savvy.
Wait, Maggie, was that a Broadway play? Lesbians that are tax savvy?
That's another musical, yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. I thought I recognized that one. All right, Matt Menard.
Diane, it's the greatest thing ever. What you do is you get on Tinder, you catfish your kid. He thinks he's getting laid, and he cleans his room.
All right, Maggie, what do we got going on here?
When mom learns how to use the trackpad.
It is. It's a big achievement for my mom, and I'm sure a lot of moms. It was right up there with her Yucom Yahoo account. All right, call back. Not a very good one though. Reagan, please declare points.
Matt 2, Maggie 1, Allison 3.
Very good. All right. And let's have a look at our Twitter replies this week. Reagan, what'd you think?
I gave this one to Harley. Okay, Mom. So that's what a gimp suit is.
I love Harley Quinn.
I forgot to say something. For the young man and the old man, I gave honorable mention points to anybody that included OnlyFans in their comments.
Okay. Very good. We duly noted, but I'm still not sure what to do with that information.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
All right. Now let's have our audience vote. Audience, tell us who you think did the best job with What Dat Mouth Do. And while you're doing that, we're going to take...
Ha ha! You have been hacked again. I know I took 2 weeks off for a vacation, but I'm back. Ha ha ha. You can't get rid of me. I also remember that you guys promised me to judge the show. So now I will take everything in my own hands and do it myself. Yes, I will be hosting today. Ha ha ha. Here we go. Welcome to the Common Side Game Show. Blah blah blah. Dumb game for smart, funny people. Blah blah blah.
I apologize. This has been happening show after show. No matter what we do, she finds a way, and it's destroyed my life. Okay. So we're gonna do this quick, but I just got to know what, Allison, what type of mask turns you on the most?
What kind of? Well, I like the Batman mask. Oh, you mean COVID?
Either, you go whatever direction you want. This is your time.
Well, if someone is wearing 2 masks, I would feel safe being around them. If someone is wearing 3 masks, I want to fuck them.
That's how I feel about Batman masks. Matt, what's your what mask turns you on?
I'm gonna go with the avocado mask. Why? Healthy fats.
Oh,
baby.
avocado.
Healthy fats. That's right.
Healthy fats. Very good. What about you, Maggie? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a toss up between the N95 and the Scream mask. Love the Scream mask.
Oh yeah. N95 is pretty hot though. I'm with you. I'm gonna go Lone Ranger. I think I'm Lone Ranger guy, Lone Ranger mask guy. That's just I enjoy a good Lone Ranger mask. What about you, Reagan? You got a mask preference?
I liked the first mask, but Son of the Mask was not that great for me. I really didn't. I couldn't get into it. But the first one, it had me ROFL.
Dude, was that that was a Jim Carrey mask reference, right? Wow, yes. Well done. Well done. All right, I liked where that went. So I think the audience has voted. Jesse, what's going on with the vote here, with the audience vote? All right, Allison.
The audience has decided again. Allison did it.
Wow.
There's her 3 points.
Oh, Reagan's on the board, and I see Floodsy made the board. That's very exciting. Welcome to the board, Andrew. Floodlums. I don't know what that is. Floodums. One of our great friends of the show. Yeah, we're running a very clean show, Jessica. We're running a very clean show tonight, which I'm quite proud and disappointed at the same time. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to our next game, WT Facts. WT Facts. We're going to give you some true or false questions. They're not going to be about enunciation. Each are worth 1 point. Everyone will get a chance to answer, including Reagan, our host. WTF act-outs are based on the questions. You will improvise a silly answer. The judge, that's Reagan, will give you up to 3 points. I will make some tacky jokes. You'll laugh. Probably not. Oh, and by the way, your comorbidity will affect your points. And on this comorbidity thing, I got to just tell you quickly, when I went for my first dose of Pfizer, I walked in and the lady's like, what's your comorbidity? I'm like, asthma. And she's like, and I was like, BMI? She's like, go ahead. So I didn't know how to feel about that. That's my comorbidity story. So we know that Matt's favorite comorbidity used to be BMI, but what is it now, Matt?
My favorite comorbidity. I'm gonna go with diabetes because who needs both feet?
All right, good. I like a good diabetes joke at this point in the show. I'm surprised it took this long. Maggie, what's your favorite comorbidity?
Looking to get pregnant. That's what I said.
Looking to get pregnant.
That's not one? I don't know.
That's a comorbidity. Like I'm just maybe, you know.
Yeah, you know, you can say that, I guess.
Allison, do you have a favorite comorbidity? And remember, this is going to affect your score.
Comorbidity. I would say if you're just psychologically too obsessed with The Office.
I agree with that. That is a dangerous one. Very dangerous. How about you, Reagan? Did you have a comorbidity that you fancy?
Yes, mine was to ruin Chet Hanks's White Boy Summer. I need to destroy that and burn it to the ground.
I think you definitely deserve a free vaccination if you can accomplish that.
Yep.
Aspiration. All right, here we go. True or false? The first true or false question. The IRS tax document used to declare income sources like Social Security, IRA distributions, and annuities for seniors age 65 and over is called the Form UB40. Maggie, true or false?
True.
She's going with true. Good. Allison, true.
False.
True or false?
False.
Allison says false. Matt, true or false?
False.
And Reagan, true or false?
I'm going to go with false.
All right. It is false. It's actually Form 1040 SR. Duh. Though most seniors also love the band UB40. Red, red wine. All right. That's all I can do before I crawl under my desk in shame. All right. Let's move on to the act out, the first act out. State your case for a refund this year, even though you haven't paid taxes since the late 90s. Allison, it looks like you haven't paid taxes since the late 90s. Give us your act out.
On that 80s. Since the late 90s, when I earned a master's degree in creative writing from NYU, I have lived in this very expensive city, and my cumulative living expenses over all these years has been $793,450.
Very specific.
And my business losses as a writer have been $793,450. So that is what I would like as a refund.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, Maggie, what do you have to say? State your case for a refund. Oh boy, Maggie's easing up on us.
Can you hear me?
We're going to come back to you, Maggie. We're going to move to Matt. We're going to move on to Matt, and we'll see if you can maybe write off that cheap-ass internet connection. Okay, Matt, what do you got for us?
Do you know why I deserve a fucking refund? Because I'm a goddamn American. I tear up during the national anthem. I hate communists. I love Budweiser beer and fucking my neighbor's wife. So give me that fucking refund. That's right.
Wow. Okay, let's see if we could get Maggie back on here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Mine is not real because I really don't deserve one this year. Let me just tell you, I've just been doing nothing. But I was gonna say, you know, I want a refund because I want to take a trip and do ayahuasca with my girlfriends and just find myself. So anyway, that's there you go. Yeah. But like, no,
All right. That's the second. What is it? Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca, the hallucinogenic tea. You guys know. The people in the chat know. Come on.
Oh man, this is the second show in a row that we had a ayahuasca reference, and I didn't know what it was, and then I'm like, I'm gonna remember that, and then I still didn't remember what it was. Very well. Okay, so Reagan, please declare all points given.
I'm going to give 3 to Matt, and I'm going to give 2 each to Allison and Maggie.
Excellent. All right. I really have no view on that. Okay, here we go. True or false? True or false? Here's our next one. Oh, sorry, Jesse. My bad. Okay, here we go. True or false? Whaling captains are allowed up to $10,000 in U.S. federal tax deductions for operating costs related to ship repair, maintenance, and other whaling expenses. True or false, Matt Menard?
False. Whaling is not legal in the U.S.
Wow.
Oh.
Maggie, what do you think? True or false?
We'll go with false. Thank you, Matt.
Oh. All right, Allison, are you jumping on the false train, or do you have a spine? Oh, all right.
I'm as gutless as any of you.
All right. Well, I got to tell you guys, it's true, but Matt is correct.
I fell for it.
Whaling remains illegal in America. Damn it. I knew I should have kept that harpoon box from Amazon. Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, weird law, but true. Okay, let's see what our act out is. Tell us what crazy 2020 expense you think should be deductible, and convince your exhausted H&R Block Junior tax associate, Andrew Flutums, why it just might work. Let's go with Ellison.
Andy dear, put those receipts down. I know you're trying to help. You're trying to do a good job. Put them down. Turn off your computer. Look at me. Look into my eyes. All my life, I have been a single person, and I've had to content myself with a single person's tax exemption. So, will you marry me?
All right, Maggie.
That was so real. All right. Okay. I was gonna say, listen. So during the pandemic, Andrew, I bought this this medieval gown for no reason, but hear me out. I just feel like if I do take a picture with the medieval gown, like on a beach, and post it to Instagram, that will be healing for the community on Instagram. You know. So really, it's just charity work. It's charity work. So yeah.
Very good, Matt Menard. What do you have to say for us?
I need to deduct the silencer from my 44 Magnum, because if the cops can't hear it, I'm saving taxpayer dollars.
All righty.
Also, OnlyFans.
Reagan liked the tag. She liked the tag. Let's see if it impacts her judging. What do you say, Reagan?
Matt already had me at deducting the silencer, because if a tree falls in the woods, can you hear it? So Matt got 3. Allison for the proposal got a 2, and Maggie 1.
So like Maggie got 1 point, or she won? Like she won the 1 point. Okay.
Thank you.
But
I'm trying.
Everybody wins. Everybody.
Maggie, I'm trying.
Everybody
Don't worry. If you win this show, it absolutely means nothing. 0.
That's not true. That's not true.
All right. Let's move on to the next true or false question. The next true or false question. Due to the oddly specific mahogany quahog clam tax, it costs an extra $1.20 for each bushel of clams purchased in Maine. True or false, Matt Menard?
I'm going to say true, because I think the crab traps may be made of some type of wood.
Okay, but these are clams. You realize this question's about clams.
Right. Clam trap. Okay. I'm going with
Right.
true anyway. Yeah, go ahead.
Very well. Maggie, what do you think? True or false?
I'm gonna say false.
False. I like it. I like the conviction. Allison.
Sounds like something that would exist in New York State, but I am going to say true.
Okay, true. And the answer is true. Talk about shelling out some clams. Oh, my dad wrote that joke right before he died in
Did you call him on his shell phone?
I called him. Woo-hoo, good one. Yeah, he died of shame and embarrassment. Okay, last act out. Let's see what we got here. Air your grievances about something that should be taxed but isn't. Maggie, air your grievances.
I just feel like the guys on the train that are doing Showtime, I just feel like they're very talented. And if we're giving them money, we should be giving them extra shit because they're gifted. So.
I like it. I like it. Allison, tell us something you think should be taxed but is not taxed.
Act out. So I'm in good morning, members of the House Committee on the Environment. I'm here this morning to advocate a tax on those individuals on the sidewalks of New York who spew untold amounts of cultural pollution by talking very loudly on their cell phones when I am in hearing range.
Excellent. All right, Matt.
I'm going to say religion should be taxed because if anything is going to make me feel like shit, I want it to be my government like God intended.
Ah, very good. Okay, Reagan. Reagan, declare all points given.
Yeah. Everybody gets a 3.
Wow, I feel like that sort of lazy judging should be taxed. All right, very good, very good. I'll
you
allow
skipped
it.
me twice.
Okay, so now we're gonna have our audience. Holy crap! You're totally right.
Castle.
We gotta start the whole show over. Reagan, do you want to do?
And this is me judging the show. Allison, 5 points. Maggie, 5 points. Matt, 5 points. Reagan, 5 points. Jesse, 5 points. Craig, 2 points. You see, it's easy. I can do this. Just let me do this already, okay? That's it, I said everything. Everybody has a nice day. Oh, oh.
Woo. I need to collect myself. I'm starting to like that hacker. I got to be honest. I know she's mean to me, but I'm actually she's growing on me like a wart. Okay. The audience is now going to vote for who had the best WTF act out. And while they're voting, I was just curious, just out of curiosity, do any of you have a cliche or an idiom that you like a lot? And I'm definitely not mining ideas for a new Come Inside game that was inspired by one of our Twitter followers named Jimmy Murray. This is just, just curious if anyone has a favorite cliche. I'll go first while you're thinking. I was always a fan of awesome sauce. Awesome sauce was an idiom that I wish lasted longer than it did. So, Maggie, do you have any favorite cliches, idioms?
Ooh, well, I mean, obviously the one I'm saying raining cats and dogs, and I know that's obvious one, but I did paint a painting of cats and dogs falling out of the sky when I was little, so I guess I really do like it.
Good. We're gonna allow it. We're gonna allow. I like raining cats and dogs too. That's a good one. Makes zero sense, but it's just ingrained into our collective culture. So Matt, you got a good sort of colloquial Louisiana idiom for us?
I don't think that this was pretty widespread. My mom used to tell me, "You'll find love when you least expect it."
Mm.
But I can't see myself kicking someone out of my bed saying, "I kind of thought this would happen." So I don't think this is going to work out. Yeah.
Good. What about you, Allison? Do you have a favorite or just one, that's kind of like a go-to for you?
Sometimes I like to express myself in sports metaphors. Like when I was broke in 2020, I said, I feel like I'm on the ropes, like a fighter, or to think of life as a game. Like I'm trying to raise my comedy game, or my come inside game, or my
I don't think you need to raise your come inside game. It seems like you're dominating. Reagan, by the way, I heard you were feeling left out, so I was really curious if you had a cliche or an idiom that you're a fan of that you think is cool beans.
That I think is cool beans. I kind of like the one. It's always in the last place that you look. Well, of course, it's in the last place that you look, because if you found it, that's the last place that you're going to look.
Yeah, that's just like definitionally correct. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So Jesse, how are we doing on the votes? Because Maggie, she had her second dose today. She's feeling a little fatigued. She might have a temperature. It's hard for me to tell, but I want to make sure that we're respectful, and that she can get a good night's sleep. So what do you say, Jesse?
Matt and Allison are still tied in the audience vote.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Need a tiebreaker vote, people.
We might need a tiebreaker.
Where's your vote, Floods?
See, we need your vote.
Flood voted for Allison. He said he voted for his wife.
All right.
That's true.
There you go. That's it. Allison,
We've been married since the late 90s.
All right. So here's our update on the scoreboard. Allison, from start to finish, I'm trying to think of a sports metaphor for you.
Wire to wire.
Wire to wire. Thank you so much. From wire to wire, Allison has just been dominating this game. Floodsy up to 4 points. Reagan got 11. I don't know why. I got 2, by the way. I don't know if you saw the hacker, but she gave me 2. So let us move on to Reagan. And Reagan, of all the tweets that our wonderful Come Inside audience sent out this week in responses to our images, which one did you like the best?
I will say that Harley made me guffaw the loudest.
Harley Quinn, I love it. I think that might be her first Freak in the Tweets win. So that's super exciting. Congratulations, Harley Quinn. We love you and keep playing with us. All right. So final scores are in. Let's see who's. I don't think anything's really changed since that scoreboard was sitting on there 30 seconds ago. But here we go. Allison in first place, Matt Menard in second, Maggie in third, but respectable 23. Reagan 11. That's a good judge. That's a good score for the judge. Jessica from out of nowhere, really. Jessica 10 points. Floodsy 4. I'm not on the board. That just is what it is, I suppose. So let's take a quick look. Everyone, please screenshot this and follow these people on social media, not just Instagram, Twitter in parentheticals in some cases, but please do this. We are comedians for the most part, and this is really our only source of validation. So we would really appreciate you following us. And let's see if anyone wants to plug anything, shall we? What do we have coming up, guests? I'll start with you, Maggie. Anything exciting coming up in your future that you would like to share with our audience?
Yes, if anyone's in New York, you guys can come to, it's an indoor show, so if you're comfortable with that, starting May 4th every Tuesday at 7:30 in Brooklyn. You can look on my Instagram and come by if you're comfortable, of course. I didn't want to do it until I was fully vaxxed. But anyway, so yeah, come out.
Awesome. All right, go see Maggie's show. It is going to be fantastic, I'm sure. So Matt Menard, what do you got for us? You got anything exciting that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so I'll be at Producers Club on Friday doing a show at 6:30. Then after that on Saturday, I'm doing Eastville Comedy Club at 6:30 again. I'll be featuring in those two spots there. I've also got a web series on YouTube called Open Micer with Matt Menard. And it's got a couple of episodes on there. If you're interested in checking that out, please go to YouTube and search Matt Menard Comedy, and you can see all of my episodes of Open Micer with Matt Menard. I take you with me. You know, we go on the journey of being an open mic comic in New York City. It's not that great all the time, but it's entertaining. So that's what I got.
Excellent. All right, everyone follow Matt, please, and check out his socials to find out where he's performing and his podcast, Open Micers. Allison, what do you got for us coming up? Anything you'd like to share?
I'm going to go to Producers Club and see Matt and kind of, commiserate with them for coming in second. Did your best. And if the Women in Comedy Festival ever kind of cranks itself up, because it kind of took a break because of the pandemic, I think I'm going to be in it, because I was supposed to be in the Women in Comedy Festival in 2020, but it was canceled. I was very disappointed, but not terribly disappointed, because I thought I needed a break from comedy, and I have been enjoying it. But this fun thing that I've had tonight is really it's really renewed my love, my interest in comedy, and so maybe I'll see you guys again, maybe in the Women in Comedy Festival, maybe at the Producers Club. I would hopefully somewhere, because I've been having a wonderful time tonight.
Excellent. We're so glad you joined us, and we're so glad we could reignite your fire, because I just haven't been able to do that for a woman in so long. It was just very exciting for me. Okay, so Reagan's like, yikes.
Say only.
Reagan, you got anything you want to? Reagan, you have anything you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, well, since the pandemic happened, my friend Nate and we do a D&D show where we talk about politicians, historical figures, but through a Dungeons and Dragons slant. So we do a show once a week, and we go live twice a week. So if you ever want to know a little bit about history, a little bit about politics, and very, very little about D&D, it's called So You Want to Lead a Party.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. Definitely tune in to that, folks. That sounds great. And what about me? Well, thanks for asking, Craig. I have a comedy storytelling show a week from tomorrow. It's a comedy storytelling show called Upwards that I do the fourth Thursday of every month. And we tell funny stories on Zoom for now. That's going to be switching to a live show in May, which I'm super excited about. So I'll plug that again next week in case you forget. But that's really all I got for you right now. So with that, I just want to thank everyone so much for coming on the show tonight. You were very, very amazing. I want to thank our amazing judge, Reagan. We love you. And our amazing audience. Thank you, everyone. And our amazing staff, the Come Inside staff, Jesse, who makes this all happen. He is a wizard. And Renoska Rena, our hacker, also does a ton of the work behind the scenes. And Jared Cohen, who's in the chats right now, also amazing part of the equation, helping us out with the tweets and the artwork and graphics. And, it just goes on. And I'm just really proud to be a part of the family. So thank you all. I think Jesse is going to play an outro that looks eerily like the intro. And we'll see y'all next week. Thanks so much. Jazz hands.